The UK government begins, begins action against scalpers here in the UK. Our government, well, I say our government, is what we refer to as the Scottish National Party, which are the Sweaty Socks regional government for their area, are looking into the whole PS5 and Xbox X series scalping nonsense that was going on. A number of MEPs put together this kind of motion. 6 of them were from the National Scottish National Party, and they put in that they prohibited the resale of games consoles and computer components at greater than the manufacturer's recommended retail price. So it's not just games consoles, because we know that Keith's friend Chuck was having trouble getting hold of a graphics card because people were buying them and doing similar things with that. So it was forcing the price up. It also recommends that governments bring forward legislation making the resale of goods purchased through automated bots an illegal activity. And this is the bit that I'm more interested in. Right, look, long and short of it is, if you were to personally to buy a console at a PS5 or an Xbox X series, and then you decided that you didn't want to, and you didn't want a huge credit card bill, and maybe you wanted to kind of, make a bit of money off the back of it, and it's just the one console. I don't have a problem with that. Yeah, if you want to do it, buy it, sell it. Someone's willing to buy it, that's fine. If you're going to put it on eBay and auction it, that's fine. As long as it's the one person. It's when they use these bots to go in and take the entire stock of consoles. That's when I sit there and go, no. And that, I think they're right to turn around and say that should be an illegal activity, because if they can't do it themselves and they can't buy it themselves, there's a problem. If you're having to use a bit of automated software in order to get ahead of everyone in the queue, and trust me and Nigel spent ages in queues for both the PlayStation and the Xbox X series to try and get a console, that's when we kind of come across a bit of an issue. And that's what I think they should ban first. Because it doesn't matter if it's consoles or, say, tickets to go and see someone or a football game or something along those lines. They're using an automated system in order to, artificially buy all these things up and then hike the price up. There goes Ticketmaster. Then something should be done against that. What do you think, Nigel?
I think it's a step in the right direction. It's such a shame that it's being kickstarted by the Scottish government party and not the UK party that's in power at the moment, which is the Conservatives. But the Conservatives are looking to, kickstart the economy after having it shut down for pretty much a year. So I suppose they're going, we'll get all that back in tax anyway. But you won't, because these sort of people will not be paying their tax on that. So they should be looking into banning the sale of electronic equipment using bots. There was on a not such a grand scale, but in the UK, when the lockdown first came out, I was telling Jig, I saw articles about these people who hired lorries and went round all the local retail outlets buying up all the toilet paper from all the local shops, so that there was none in stock, and then advertising them for about triple the price. And in the end, I think actually nobody was buying from them, so we were left with all this stock because the people just waited a week, and then they had to they couldn't take it back. I don't know, they weren't allowed to take it back, and it's just ridiculous that they're allowed to get away with it.
Yeah, there was someone, I think, in Australia who did that. And he returned it to the stores, and the stores went, no. So, no, you've got it now. You wanted it. You got it.
You wanted all that. You keep it, man. So they're going to be stuck with all that stock and out of pocket, hopefully. People like that really grind my gears. They've purposely lowered the amount of stock in certain areas, in this case for PS5 and Xbox, which is global. And that's the area, global. So they've purposely dwindled supply so that normies like me, you, Gareth, even Keith, sometimes, can't get our hands easily enough on the console and then sell it back to us at double the retail price, because they're the people who took the stock in the first place, and then they sell you what you could have got if they weren't involved.
Yeah,
they could, not would, but you don't know. You would still have had a big queue. However, not the same, because stock just it was gone. So it would have gone fairly quickly, but normal people would have been able to get them instead of these scalpers, and then people wouldn't be. They're basically giving people who are buying from the scalpers are not helping the issue. They're making it worse. I know they want their little kiddie or themselves the console that they missed out on in the first round and second round of release here. But they're just making it worse. They're encouraging these people and making it worse in the long run. And like G says, I think there's this graphics card. What is it? Is it RTX 380?
RTX 380, I think it was.
Yeah, that has been out of stock for so long. Partly, I think, to scalpers, and partly due to people doing data mining and using them for data mining. And
well, they're using it for cryptocurrency creation, so you can get bitcoins off back